And we will continue to learn more about the incident that happened in Alvarado, Texas. The Northern District of Texas putting out at least these details now, saying the defendants dressed in black military-style clothing began shooting fireworks at the facility as part of an organized attack when the Alvarado police officer arrived. One alleged defendant positioned in nearby woods shot the officer in the neck area. Another alleged assailant across the street fired 20 to 30 rounds at unarmed correctional officers who had stepped outside the facility. Additionally, officers found spray paint, flyers stating "Fight ICE Terror" with class warfare and free all political prisoners, and a flag stating "Resist Fascism, Fight Oligarchy."
It underscores the organized effort behind this. And so to Caroline Levitt's point, we're going to find out who's at the bottom of this. And that's a little bit of a contrast from that single person that ambushed there in McAllen who, loved Call of Duty. And as the former director, Chris Clem, said, well, there's no reset button in real life, right?
I blame the Democrats. I blame the liberals. You want to know what insurrection looks like? It looks like this. Now, I just want to point out, this cannot even be called Antifa. This is Trans-Tifa. Because 2 of the 10 members that attacked the ICE facility on July 4th, 2025 were trans. Folks, just look at these people's pictures. Does any one of these people look sane to you? They look dirty, physically dirty. Their hair is oily. Their skin is messed up. They look underfed. They look mentally ill. This is the poster. These are the poster children of the current liberal Antifa, anti-American, anti-everything rhetoric coming from the hard left.
Somehow there is funding, there is organization, and there is leadership behind these attacks. And it's behind the reason or part of the reason why now ambush attacks have risen almost 800%. It is patently unacceptable, but I have faith in this administration. Not only will they identify those sources and the origins, but they will also put a stop to it.
Those of you who get our newsletter and our Zoom links, I'm going to try to get a Zoom up and going this Friday to cover what's going on, who is funding these attacks. It's the 501 group, the No Kings is all connected. So we're going to deep dive that in our next Zoom. Be looking for a letter from Leslie and email. If you want to join that, look in the top of comments, donate what you can, and put your email in the memo, and we'll get the information for you to join our next Zoom to deep dive this topic. We all knew something was going to happen July 4th. Nothing showed up in the news, right? Like none of us could find anything. We've all talked about that. Then there's the flood in Texas and it takes over. But hidden amongst all of that is what happened on July 4th. There were targeted attacks against ICE facilities in America. Now, I don't understand why some people can't wrap their mind around this. We have a sovereign country. We did not want 30 million illegal aliens in this country. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris let them in. We voted in Donald Trump to take them out. If you don't like that, you insane cosplay little kids, then leave. Go to Mexico. Go to Guatemala. Crap, go to Russia. Go to China. Go join the Ukrainian army. They'll let you be a citizen if you join the army. But trust me when I tell you, America is at her level of this type of people, and we're not going to continue to allow it. If you want to know what we're doing, we're actually on our way to the hospital in New Orleans for Stephen. Say a prayer for us. But I wanted to show you guys that yes, something did happen July 4th. It was not a lone wolf attack like we discussed. It was a coordinated attack against federal officers. And what I love most about all of this, and I mean, I don't love what happened, but I love the response to it. All 10 of these people are looking at a minimum of 10 years in federal prison.
That late at night on July 4th, Friday night at approximately 10:37 p.m. at the Prairieland ICE Detention Center in Alvarado, Texas, 10 to 12 individuals dressed in black military-style clothing began shooting fireworks and engaging in acts of vandalism at the facility. and this was part of an organized attack. Today, my office has charged 10 individuals with 3 counts of attempted murder of a federal officer. Each of the 10 are also charged with 3 counts of discharging a firearm in relation to a crime of violence. Each of these defendants faces a mandatory prison term of 10 years and up to life in prison. An additional co-conspirator was charged with obstruction of justice and conspiracy for attempting to conceal and destroy evidence in relation to the attack. And he faces up to 10 years in prison.
And the one person that tried to burn evidence is looking at a minimum of 10 years, or a maximum of 10 years. So they just ruined their lives. To do what? Let a bunch of illegal child rapists back on the street? Yeah, shut your mouth. Love you guys.
Federal prison, though? Send them to the big house. The heck with a federal where they can eat good.
Well, they attacked a federal facility, so that's federal jurisdiction. There's a difference.
Y'all go eat steaks then.
I mean, they're not like that anymore. They really aren't. That's how they were in the 70s and 80s. Now, for federal prison, when you go into federal prison, you have to do a minimum of 80% as a first-time offender of your sentence. So if they get served at 80 years, they have to do a minimum of 80% of that.
And I know you're saying, like, how they look insane.
Yeah, they did.
They are not insane. Just because you got greasy hair, dirty body, does not mean you're insane. So let's not give them the chance the benefit to go to a loony bin instead.
I agree. They're just evil.
They're stupid.
They're stupid.
They had their choices. They made it. Let them lay in it. And if it was, good thing I ain't the president, because I'd have them all lined up.
I think it's treason. I think if our government would bring back the firing squad, that's what we were talking about, lining them up, people would stop this because they would understand that it would be your life you're forfeiting. I think they should also remove all their citizenship and just, I don't know, drop them out in the middle of the ocean for all I care. Take their citizenship away. They do not deserve to be called an American. Like, comment, and subscribe.